Hey crafty friends, welcome back to my channel and my craft room. I'm Kelly Wicker and I'm so happy you're here. I've got a super fun project to share featuring some brand new goodies from the Crafty Babe Collection by Simple Stories and Spellbinders. If you love crafty themes, colorful details, and dies that are just plain fun to play with, this one's definitely for you. And don't forget to do all the YouTube things. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave me a comment, and tap that notification bell so you never missed a crafty video. Let's get into it, y'all. For today's card project, I'm creating with a couple of fun new items that Spellbinders was kind enough to send to me to play with. I'm using the Crafty Tools Etched Dies and the Labels Icons Etched Dies, both from the Crafty Babe Collection by Simple Stories and Spellbinders. Y'all know how much I love Spellbinders. I've been a big fan for years, and it's always such a treat to get to create with their new releases. I actually made 2 cards using this collection, and I just love how they turned out, y'all. They are so cool and fun, and I couldn't wait to share them with you. Here they are up close. Super fun. The papers I used on these, I used Hammermill, I used Lawn Fawn, the decorative paper is all from Lawn Fawn, and then the cardstock is from Spellbinders. I'll be pointing out a few other tools and supplies I used along the way, but those 2 die sets are the main stars of today's project. Everything I used is listed below in the description box, including my affiliate links, which help support my channel at no extra cost to you. Now let's jump into the card making fun, y'all. Now let's talk about what I'm doing here in the video. I'm piecing together all of these adorable little crafty tools from the Crafty Tools Etched Dies set. And let me tell you, they are so much fun to work with. There's something just really satisfying about layering all these little pieces. The scissors, the washi tape, the glue bottle. I mean, the glue bottle looks so realistic. It looks like the one that I use. The paintbrush, everything has so much character. I just love how detailed and playful they are. I'm also using the Labels Icons Etched Dies from the same Crafty Babe collection. And one of my absolute favorite pieces from that set is the little tiny heart that you saw me piecing together there. It's simple, but it adds just the right amount of sweetness to the card. For cardstock, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm using a few different types. I'm using Hammermill for the card base, and of course I had to add a little glam with Spellbinders Mirror Gold cardstock. It adds that perfect touch of shine and really makes the details pop. And then for a little extra fun, I pulled out some pattern paper from Lawn Fawn. I actually picked up a few of their 6x6 paper pads on Amazon. They have the cutest patterns, and I'll have those linked down in the description box if you're curious. I love mixing in pattern paper to bring a little bit of texture and personality to my cards, and these pattern papers were just perfect for this card I had in mind. For adhesive, I'm using Barely Art Glue in my Spellbinders Fine Tip Glue Bottle. I love this combo for die cutting projects like this. The precision tips makes it super easy to get glue exactly where you need it without making a mess, even on those teeny tiny pieces. So I'm just taking my time here layering up the elements, gluing everything in place. It's one of those processes that's really fun and relaxing, and the finished result just makes me smile every time. It's just so fun because this glue bottle is super cute. It looks like the one that I'm actually using. So it's super fun. I was just trying to find the right placement there for the cap. So I wasn't sure if I wanted it on the side or on the top. So I went ahead and put it on the top of the bottle. So super cute. Okay, y'all, now let's talk about that washi tape. Yes, there's a washi tape die. It has a few pieces to the die to create it, but it's worth it. It has that torn edge detail that makes it feel extra realistic. I even used some of the pattern paper from Lawn Fawn for mine, and I love how it added that splash of color. So fun. Next up is the paintbrush that you see me piecing together here. This one is cute too because you can play with so many different color combinations. You can make it look like the one you have in your stash. Super fun. And oh my goodness, I'm moving on to this cute scissors next. And I have to say, they're probably my favorite element in the set. There's just something about them that just screams crafty vibes. I loved using the gold mirror cardstock for the scissors, and the pattern paper just made it for a really fun look. Just the bright colors and everything. It just made the handles pop. So when you layer them together, they almost look real, but you know, in a totally adorable die cut way. And I can't forget the sticky note with the tiny scissors on it. How adorable is that little detail? Come on now. It's super cute. So I layered it with white hammermill cardstock and patterned paper, and then I added the gold mirror cardstock for the scissors, so it matched all the other elements that I cut out there. Super cool. So anyways, I just thought it was a really nice touch there, and it really pulls the whole craft desk theme together. Super fun. While I'm piecing everything together here, what's your absolute favorite crafty tool, the one you reach for all the time and couldn't live without? For me, it's hands down my Misty stamping tool. I use it constantly, especially when I want perfect placement or need to stamp something twice for a darker impression. It's seriously a game changer and has totally earned its spot on my desk. So what's your MVP tool in the craft room? Let me know down in the comments. I love hearing what everyone swears by. I just had to take a moment to show off the 6x6 pattern paper pad I picked up recently. This is the one I was talking about earlier. I mean, how fun is this? The colors, the prints, the foil. It's one of those pads that just makes you smile when you flip through it. I knew right away I had to use it for today's project. This is the paper I'm using to create the card panel for today's card, and it's got such a playful, crafty vibe that works perfectly with the die cuts I've been piecing together. And check out that foil, y'all. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but in person it catches the light so beautifully. It gives that extra pop without being too overwhelming. I'll have this paper and link down below in the description box if you want to check it out. It's definitely one of my new favorites. I thought I'd fan through the pad there a little bit so you can see all the pretty papers. Now that I've picked the sheet I want to use for the background, it's time to trim it down. So I'm reaching for my trusty A2 Matting Basics A die set, using the largest one in the set. This set is a staple in my stash. It's one of those tools I find myself pulling out over and over again. It makes it so easy to get perfectly sized and center panels every single time, and I love how clean it makes everything look. Plus, if you're ever layering patterned papers or doing matting with cardstock underneath, having those incremental sizes in the set gives you so many options. I've had mine for years and it still cuts beautifully. So I'm just going to run this through my die cutting machine and get the panel ready for the rest of the card. And I already know it's going to look amazing behind those crafty little die cut pieces. This background really brings everything together. Just look at that shine, it's so pretty. So now that I've got my pattern paper all trimmed down with the A2 Matting Basics A die set, it's time to start building the card. And I'm so excited about how this one is coming together, y'all. For today's card, I didn't use a regular tape runner to attach the card panel. Instead, I reached for my new Altenew Foam Tape. And let me just say, I am obsessed. This tape has quickly become my absolute favorite. I used to have it in my stash, but it was a long time ago and I ran out and just never purchased any more, but I finally did. And it is the perfect thickness, super easy to work with, and gives your cards just the right amount of dimension. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. I wish I had an affiliate link for them. Otherwise I would link it down below, but I don't. I need to look into that. So I use the Altenew Foam Tape to pop up the entire card panel on the front of my card base, which gives everything that extra bit of presence and really helps it stand out. Then I started arranging all of my die cut pieces, the scissors, the glue bottle, the paintbrush, the strip of washi tape, and that sweet little sticky note with the mini scissors layered on top. I love how playful and cohesive it all feels. For the die cuts, I used a mix of foam squares and foam strips. The foam squares are from scrapbook adhesives, and the foam strips are from waffle flowers. I'll have those linked down below. They will add even more layers and depth. The foam strips were perfect for skinnier pieces like the paint strip handle and the washi tape. I think I used some of that on the washi tape. While the foam squares worked beautifully behind the scissors. Well, I think I used the foam. Yeah, I used the foam strips behind the scissors and the foam squares behind the glue bottle. I love how they float just slightly above the background. It adds such a nice shadow effect and makes the whole design feel polished and dimensional. And of course, those touches of mirror gold cardstock, they catch the light in just the right way. It's like a little pop of glam tucked into all the crafty goodness. So I'm just finishing things off here, and there you have it, y'all. My finished card using the Crafty Tools and Labels and Icons Etched Dies from the Crafty Babe Collection by Spellbinders and Simple Stories. This was such a fun one to make, and I honestly just love playing with all these colorful creative pieces. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know what your absolute favorite crafty tool that you just can't live without. For me, like I said earlier, definitely my Misty. And now, surprise, my Altenew Foam Tape. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me in my craft room today. It means the world to me. I'll see you back here soon with more card making inspiration. Until then, stay creative, stay kind, and keep crafting. Ciao for now.